What if I told you a half-acre plot, no chicken coop required, could generate $6,000 a month? Not from selling courses online, from actual animals on actual dirt. Most people hear small farm and picture a money pit, but a growing number of people are quietly running lean, profitable micro-operations that most landowners never consider. Today we're breaking down 10 specific animals that can make it happen. Real income potential, honest startup costs, and the margins you need to know before you spend a dollar. We're running a live total along the way because the real magic is how fast numbers stack when you combine the right animals. Let's get into it. Animal number 1, Coturnix quail. Quail mature in 6 weeks versus 20 for chickens, require less feed and space, and that speed to market makes them the unsung rock star of small farming. A healthy hen lays 250 to 300 eggs per year. Quail eggs sell for $5 to $8 per dozen at farmers markets and $8 to $12 at specialty grocers. A 1,000-bird operation focused on meat and eggs generates $15,000 to $25,000 annually, roughly $1,500 to $2,000 per month from a flock that fits in a garden shed. Starting with 500 birds costs as little as $2,000, with profit margins of 30 to 50%. Lock in 2 or 3 restaurant accounts, and you've got recurring revenue that basically runs itself. Monthly income potential, $1,000 to $2,000. Running total, $1,500. Animal number 2, meat rabbits. A pair of rabbits produces 6 to 10 bunnies per month, a compounding machine. You can sell them as meat, breeding stock, or pets. A standard breed rabbit sells for $20 to $50 as a pet. Rabbit manure is highly sought after by organic gardeners, so even the waste earns money. Scale to a colony of 20 to 30 does, sell direct to consumer or to specialty butchers. And you're looking at $800 to $1,500 per month with minimal land footprint. Startup costs for a solid breeding colony, under $1,000. Running total, $3,000. Animal number 3, ducks. Not chickens, ducks. Duck eggs command a significant premium and are in growing demand from bakers, paleo, and keto dieters, and people with chicken egg sensitivities. Ducks are messier but hardier, more disease-resistant, and lay through winter better. Duck eggs sell for $6 to $10 per dozen. A 100-hen flock of khaki Campbells can generate $7,000 to $14,000 annually from eggs alone. Muscovy ducks add a second product line, lean meat prized by restaurants, without adding a second species. Startup costs for 50 ducks, including shelter and fencing, $1,500 to $2,000. Monthly income potential, $800 to $1,200. Running total, roughly $4,200. This is a good moment to ask you directly. Between quail and ducks, which would you be more willing to try on your property first? Comment your answer below. Animal number 4, earthworms. Stay with me. Earthworm farming is a highly profitable venture driven by growing demand for organic inputs. A pound of worms sells for around $30, and they double their population every 60 to 90 days. The earthworm farming market is projected to reach $270 million by 2028. You sell live worms as fishing bait or composting stock, and you sell what they produce, vermicompost priced at $20 to $40 per cubic foot. Startup costs, under $500 for bins, bedding, and starter stock. You can run it in a corner of a garage. Monthly income from a mid-scale operation, $400 to $800. It's not a standalone business, but as a companion operation, it costs almost nothing and pulls real weight. Running total, roughly $4,800. Animal number 5, Nigerian dwarf goats. These compact goats weigh 65 to 85 pounds and produce rich milk with up to 10% butter fat, outperforming many full-size dairy breeds. A healthy doe can produce up to 2 quarts per day. But you're not just selling milk, You're selling raw milk where legal, artisan cheese, goat milk soap, and registered kids, which experienced breeders command premium prices for. A herd of 4 to 6 does on half an acre can generate $800 to $1,500 per month. Startup costs: $1,500 to $4,000 depending on registration status. Running total: roughly $5,800. Animal number 6, honeybees. Here's what separates bees from everything else on this list: they feed themselves. A healthy hive produces 60 to 200 pounds of honey per season at up to $10 per pound. Additional revenue comes from beeswax, pollen, royal jelly, propolis, and pollination services. A single hive can charge $100 to $200 per season for pollination contracts with neighboring farms. Startup costs: $500 to $1,000 to start small. 10 hives on half an acre is completely manageable. At farmers market prices for local artisan honey, you can pull $500 to $1,000 per month consistently. Running total: $6,300. We've cracked 6,000, and we still have 4 animals to go. Animal number 7, pigs. But not the way you think. On half an acre, you're not running a commercial hog operation. You're running 2 to 4 heritage breed pigs at a time, sold direct as whole or half animals. A Berkshire or Tamworth raised on pasture and sold as a half hog at $8 to $12 per pound. Hanging weight brings $400 to $600 per animal. Run 2 to 3 cycles per year with 4 pigs per cycle, and you're generating $3,000 to $5,000 annually. Monthly average: $250 to $400. As a bonus, pigs clean up waste from other operations. They are the ultimate farm recyclers, running total holdings strong above $6,000. Animal number 8, aquaponics tilapia. In an aquaponics system, fish waste feeds plants, and you sell both. Tilapia sell for $3 to $5 per pound and reach harvest size in as little as 6 months. A small backyard system can generate $300 to $700 per month from fish alone, potentially double when you factor in the leafy greens or herbs grown alongside them. Startup costs: $1,500 to $15,000 depending on system size. 2 income streams from 1 footprint, exactly the layered efficiency that makes small farms work. Animal number 9, turkeys. Here's the play small plot farmers are quietly running. They build a pre-order list of 20 to 40 families who pay a deposit in spring for a bird delivered in November. A heritage breed turkey, pasture-raised, fetches $50 to $150 direct to consumer. Run 40 birds per year on rotating pasture, manageable on half an acre, and you're generating $2,000 to $4,000 annually. Add a spring batch for Easter, and you smooth out the seasonality. Low startup costs, no middleman, and the cash flow hits hard in October and November. Animal number 10, specialty ducks for breeding stock and ducklings. We already covered ducks, but this is a completely different angle. Instead of selling eggs for eating, you're selling genetics. Rare breeds like Ancona, Siltioi, Silver Appleyard, or Welsh Harlequin are in constant demand from homesteaders who can't find quality breeding stock locally. Hatching eggs from a quality rare breed pair sell for $3 to $8 each, not per dozen, per egg. A dozen hatching eggs can go for $25 to $75 on online marketplaces. Run 2 breeding trios and a small incubator, and you can generate $500 to $1,000 per month in hatching egg and duckling sales with almost zero additional land use. Same footprint, doubled revenue. So let's talk about the running total, because this is where everything clicks. You don't need all 10 animals to hit $6,000 a month. You need the right 3 or 4 working together. Quail and rabbits alone, scaled properly, can push $2,500 to $3,500 per month with startup costs under $5,000. Add Nigerian dwarf goats and a dozen beehives, and you're at $5,000 to $6,000 before you've touched turkeys, pigs, or aquaponics. The animals most people overlook, quail, earthworms, specialty breeding stock, have the lowest startup costs and some of the highest margins. The pattern across every animal on this list is the same. The people making real money are not selling wholesale. They are selling direct to restaurants, farmers markets, pre-order customers, and online buyers who want something they can't find at a grocery store. You cannot compete on volume with industrial farms, but you absolutely can compete on quality, story, and relationship. That's where the $6,000 lives. This is not passive income, not at first. Every animal here requires daily attention, real market knowledge, and disciplined cost tracking. The good news is the learning curve is measured in weeks, not years. Quail are the fastest to stand up. You can go from zero to a laying flock generating income in under 2 months. Rabbits are close behind. Build the customer base before you scale the flock. Lock in a restaurant account before you buy 50 more quail. Sell your first hatching eggs before you invest in a second breeding trio. The land is the easy part. The constraint is always the market. If you've been sitting on a half-acre wondering whether it can generate real money, the answer is yes. And these 10 animals are the proof. Pick one, start small, nail your local market, then stack another on top of it. The $6,000 month is not a fantasy. It's a spreadsheet waiting to be filled in. If this gave you a clearer picture of what's possible, hit subscribe. We break down honest, numbers-first farming content every single week. Drop a comment telling me which animal you're starting with because I read every one. And if you want to go deeper on any of these, the exact systems, the marketing strategies, the seasonal cash flow, let me know in the comments, and that's the next video we're making. See you there.